Welcome to the Lunchtime Knitter, where we discuss knitting, crochet, and all things fiber related. My name is Joanne, and if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you will be notified when our weekly videos are released. Our first stitch is going to be the stocking knit stitch, which is the knit stitch on one side, your right side, and the purl stitch on the reverse side. So you're just going to simply cast on any number of stitches and knit every stitch across the entire row. As you can see, that's what I am doing here. And you just knit every single stitch. If you're looking for how to do the knit stitch, check out my earlier videos. There is a whole video on doing the knit stitch. And just keep going across the row until you get to the very end. And just keep knitting every single stitch. You'll notice when we turn over and start to purl that one side looks completely different. The knit stitch is kind of flat and has little V's if you look at each stitch. And on the back you have, it looks like little bumps, and that would be your purl stitch. And depending on your project, you could use the other side as your right side. But for our purposes today, we're using the knit side, which is the side you're seeing now. We're using that as our right side of the garment. And then when you come to the end, you're going to turn it over. And then you have completed all your knit stitches, and this is your purl stitch. The opposite side of your knit stitch is always a purl. And this is what your knit stitch looks like. And this is the stocking knit stitch. So you can see how it's flat and the stitches look like little V's. And now we're going to purl the opposite. So we're going to just simply purl every stitch across the row. Sorry, I got a little out of camera shot there. Just having a little bit of adjustment to get used to the new camera angle. And just keep purling. You purl every single stitch. I'm going to try to bring you a new stitch library video at least twice a month. Knitting has only two stitches, a knit stitch and a purl stitch. But by combining those in different ways and with different techniques, you will show a different pattern and it will look different. Unlike crochet, where there's many different crochet stitches. And just continue to purl. And eventually we'll also show you how to do some crochet stitches. Sometimes it's nice to add an edge on a project that is crochet. It looks a little bit different, adds some nice features to your garments or your projects. And there you go. When we are done with the purl row, flip it back over and you can see the purl row still resulted in a knit stitch on the other side, and it does make your work curl, and that can be a design feature. So I will do a pattern or a project with you where you make a hat and it has a rolled brim. Or you can, like I said, put an edge on this that will keep it from curling. And there's your purl side. Thank you so much for viewing our stitch library today. I'll see you soon.